Yeah, what up? Welcome to the double discussion. Your boy, this house holding it down, Big Lynch. What up? Donnie Duckett won't be joining us today. He hit us with a text like, "Oh, it's a two-man." And we're like, "Why? What's up? What's wrong?" And then he ghosted us. McDonald's suing their biggest beef suppliers because these beef suppliers have been colluding, meeting in back rooms and shady deals to increase the price of beef. You think we'd be getting bigger patties?
I will say I did mention last podcast how impressed I was by how thick the Big Arch patty was. Not that it was like I was eating a Five Guys burger or anything like that. It was just noticeably thicker than like a Big Mac burger or any other burger you would get at McDonald's. And I have really taken note of how ludicrously thin the McDonald's burger is. Now, I'm not complaining because I believe it makes up, like, it all works together for me, and I'm happy with the cheeseburger or the Big Mac. I'm cool with that, even though the bun is like triple the size of the burger. I'm okay with that because that's just uniquely McDonald's. But I think they've been skimming like a millimeter off every year since like 1990. But I did notice the Big Arch that they went hard on that, and I feel like this maybe doesn't apply to us in Canada. This might be a U.S. problem, this collusion. But we have been known to have very few companies control really large aspects of our society, like telecoms, things like that. Dairy. We're not opposed to. I mean, that happens here, but this beef thing, I mean, McDonald's, not just McDonald's doing them; it's Target and Kroger. So they're getting down. They said these guys are meeting in the back rooms.
Yeah, they're seeking compensation for these inflated beef prices it paid during the conspiracy period. What about us, bro? We bought this shit from you, dude.
Forever.
What about us? Like, I give a fuck about Ronald McDonald seeking compensation? Compensate me, dude. You gave me these weak ass burgers for years.
So part of this claim by McDonald's is that they were like stopping manufacturing and production, and then they were like basically there was not enough beef to offset the shortage, and that they said they did this in collusion with each other, and they had lots of opportunities to collude through the industry trade associations like the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. Sounds like we should be part of that. And the U.S. Meat Export Federation. So we probably did get hurt by this. If there's an export,
I should be part of the meat federation
tied to the U.S. meat
and beef associations and beef federations.
Yeah, you should have started your own.
Crazy.
Yeah. I just love to be in see the meetings. Like, you see these guys, they're just like in Vegas, probably having a really good time off all that beef money, that chicken money.
Colluding is just hard,
colluding over some baccarat, or some high stakes gambling situation. Yeah, probably,
or some clean,
allegedly
in the sweets, bro.
Like, you just know this guy is like, definitely, these guys are like just fatter than us for sure.
That's some shit that you see this. The major beef suppliers allegedly colluding to like price fix. It ain't women doing that, bro. That's some man shit right there. Colluding over beef prices? That's man shit.
Wild.
No woman's ever gonna collude.
I mean, if the government can change the weather systems, of course they can allow. Of course, collusion can happen.
Yeah, you have to pay. Right? You have to pay if you want a sunny day for your wedding or something.
That's crazy. Is that like a black market thing you got to do?
That's what they say. Like, that they control the weather.
How many Bitcoin?
It's got to be enough, bro. Because like these people, like, they were able to throw Diddy in as a distraction.
So he's the bait.
He's a distraction. Yeah,
man. It's not looking very good for the diddler, unfortunately for him.
What about this new dip and sip?
This is peak America, and it makes me question a lot of things.
Yeah, you ever do? We should do the Philip. We should do the Philip DeFranco whenever you start like a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just hit, and then.
Okay.
He always does that. He's always like, he'll do a story and then he'll be like, and then Auntie Anne's new dip and sip. If you like Auntie Anne's walking in the mall and eating your shit, you're gonna, And then
I feel like I'm in school writing an essay, trying to connect. trying to connect my
Well,
ideas.
yes and then was improv.
That's
Yes and
improv.
then. Yeah,
Yes,
but he
and then
always does. And then you never notice that. You ever watch his? Do you ever watch his videos? You
I
never watch
watch.
Philip DeFranco
You know how I watch Philip DeFranco? I go into his
whacking off on
chapters.
ketamine.
I go into his chapters, and I watched only the stories I care to watch because it's a
That's
long
funny. I
show. It's like a
usually
35-minute
he's
show.
got me. He's got me because I usually only do like the first 2 or 3.
Oh, you don't even go. You don't go to the end. You just rock with the
No,
first
because he
3.
starts to do like he'll do like more like politics and stuff like that, or like
Mhm.
geopolitical things.
Yeah.
And I like the silly YouTube shit.
What
And then we
about
get
the
to that
beef,
part.
dude? The beef. Okay, the lawsuits. This is big news. He's not covering that?
He didn't even talk. No, dude, he didn't talk about this shit.
Well, exclusive here. That's why we're the number 1 food news podcast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the subtext of that
Suck
would be,
this
but
dick.
yeah.
Suck this dick, Phil. Suck
Take
this
that.
dick, bro.
Take that. Yeah. Yeah. This is
But they said Auntie Anne's new dip and sip. It's not new though.
this
So everyone, by the
exists.
way, it's a drink, and it has
Mhm.
a cup like that goes on top of it, and it has your Auntie Anne's like maybe pretzel bites or something in there
Mhm.
with like a dipper on the side, and your straw goes through it. But I see
I've
people do
never
this at McDonald's. People do this at McDonald's with the nuggets box, putting the
Mhm.
nuggets box on top of it and sticking their straw. And I went to a New York Yankees game, and I have the cup still upstairs, and it had chicken tenders on the top of it with a dipper and the straw right through it.
never felt the need for this contraption in my life.
Well, because your drink actually passes through hot stuff on the way to you, and like it's enough to make it not as ice cold as you want it to be.
Yeah.
And your
Yeah.
ice cold drink is also like enough to like sogify up your bottom layer or something in there. But I mean, I went through my chicken tenders fast. New York Yankees game. It was sick, and then I was
Very
ready to
good.
leave. It was like inning 3, and I ate so much already. I'm like, I don't want to drink beer, so let's leave.
What I like about it is the last thing it says here. That's kind of like it really proves that's peak America. It says, unfortunately, the dip and sip cannot be reused at Auntie Anne's location. It's not like you can go back and do a refill. Like a bucket of popcorn. It's a one use only. But you could. It says, but you can use. They encourage you to continue
They're like,
using
oh,
it
you
to
keep
go
it.
hands free. Yeah, you
You
do it.
use it at home.
I want a McDonald's. Oh, actually, can you just fill up my Auntie Anne's cup over here with some fries and a few nuggets and just put my Diet
Yeah.
Coke right in there for
Well,
me if you
I
could,
actually
please.
don't think that the cup is just a regular plastic cup. It's only the top part that's real deal.
Oh,
Like that
I
that
see
would fit on
here.
your McDonald's cup
Are
if
you
you
ever
wanted.
juggling your phone, your bags, and and snack all at the same time when you're at the mall? And you're like, oh man, I really wish I had all like I could take my food, drink, and like sauce contained to one hand, and then I can grab my phone and my bag and all the
You
other things I
can't
have.
actually. You still can't. You still need a second hand if you want to
Don't we
dip.
have pockets? Like I don't understand. Like
What are we
what's
doing? Dipping like we're gonna grab it with our teeth and like dip it with our teeth? Like
it,
it doesn't. It's too
it
crazy.
really is. It's a pure. I don't know who this is for, but it's not for me.
You know,
I
yeah,
think
yeah. I'd cop it
who's
if I
buying?
saw
Who
it.
needs this?
If I saw it and I was buying Auntie Anne's, if I happened to walk into a mall in like northeastern area of New York and it stinks like Auntie Anne's, yeah, I might fucking pick this bitch up. Like I'm gonna dabble with this bad boy. I mean, I got her
Do
in
you
the
think this
Yankees
is?
game.
Do you call this innovative? Like, would you consider this an
No, it's
innovative
not. I've
move?
seen it already.
So, but do you think it's useful? Because they described
Yeah,
it as innovative and useful.
it
And
can be
innovative,
useful.
I agree. I've seen this. This has been done before. I'd like to be the guy who invented this thing, who like owns the patent for
Well,
some
you
reason. And
actually, their whole thing about juggling is just wrong. This is just if you want to have a drink and dip your stuff.
let's be real.
This is the only way to do it while moving, but you need to have both hands. It's a
Let's
two-handed
be real.
adventure.
This is an aesthetic decision. This is like you're trying to communicate something to the world when you carry this around. You're mean business about your dips, your drinks, and your pretzels. And I'm here to say, I've been looking recently into. I don't want to talk down on pretzel stands because I'm a big pretzel guy. I actually hate pretzels, but I like soft pretzels. And I've been trying to look. I've been looking into investing in a pretzel place because we've talked about this. The pretzel stand at the mall is bumping. Like I understand why they'd be trying to innovate because like it's always bumping there. That smell just permeates. it just seeps into everywhere you're going. The second, if you're within like 100 meters, you can catch a whiff of
Yeah,
that. And they've got it on lock. They got that, and you just see how many people are making decisions not because they came there with intent. There's no intent. Like I go to the mall sometimes to get like a gyro or
bro. I
something.
thought
Or,
I was pulling up to fucking Auntie Anne's. I smelling that shit, and I get caught up at fucking Wetzel's Pretzels on the way there.
That's right.
Getting a
But
whole
you ever
other
go to the
cinnamon
mall with
sugar
intent?
treat.
Is your intent to get a pretzel when you go to the mall? This definitely isn't. There's no way
There have
you're
been
going there with
times.
that intent.
There have been times where I was like, I was living in the States for a bit, so there was some time where I was like, let's go. Yeah, get that thing. Yeah, I'll come with you. Yeah, I'm gonna get a bag of Auntie Anne's cinnamon sugar pretzel sticks or something like that.
Could use some of those right now.
Yeah, so I did fuck with that, and I do like Auntie Anne's is one of my favorite things at the mall. I also love a nice Sbarro slice. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, bro, at the mall. Yeah, that like Auntie Anne's is like, you walk in the mall, you smell it, you get hit with it. But the thing is, this like new dip and sip little contraption here, this is the type of thing that was made for teenagers at the mall. But like teenagers can't afford this at the mall, bro.
Yeah.
No one's having your $14.95 fucking thing. Like that's exactly what, like they're like half of the t-shirt they want is. Can get this. This is crazy right here.
This is for us, you're saying.
It's literally for you.
Yeah. Oh,
it's for you.
Because I have a kid. Like I have a child I'm trying to take care of. So
nah, bro, it's for you to like mash that up real fast on the way back to.
I am wearing the Fat Boy.
Meeting up a wife and kids. You're like, yeah, I was gonna go to Under Armour. I couldn't. It's closed. I couldn't find it though.
If you ever see, I am wearing the Fat Boy special. If you ever see a guy wearing this shirt specifically, this exact shirt right here, this exact brand, this T-shirt, that's the Fat Boy special.
Two things. You ever see a girl wearing that? She looks the best out there.
100%. No, I haven't seen that. I didn't know that.
Two? Yeah, that's fact. It's fact.
I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
No,
Lesbians won the Carhartt wars.
I thought they drive Subarus.
That's their brand now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is that Carhartt?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, they beat us in the war for it.
Oh, I thought this was just the Fat. I thought this was only for big boys. This is a big boy brand. That you're telling me it isn't?
Well, it's funny you say that. I just bought a jacket for Goro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally bought a jacket for. I got to show it to you. It's sick. I saw it and I was like, dude, instant cop. It's too sick.
Donnie be so mad about this Carhartt conversation. He feels like he owns that for sure. Like,
he lost it.
He lost it big time. Wow.
How fire
Goro
is that?
Thinks he's sick. What's a pocket for? What's he doing with that pocket, Goro? I'm curious. Just so you guys know, it's basically like it's a dog jacket. It looks like.
It's like a jacket goes over the top and it has like a little like
it's like a cream color or like a khaki. Side. It's a khaki. It's like a workman's wear. It's like a workwear jacket for him.
For sure, he's looking like he's from Ontario.
He's going to make shit happen.
Like
is he wearing Sorels too?
He's straight up on that. No, he's straight up on that Peterborough tip. So he's got some steel toes on.
He's got
he's actually putting that Carhartt to work.
I guess
like his boss got it for him for Christmas. His boss got it for him on Christmas last year because he needed a new working walking thing. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I should find him some little steel toes. By the way, we're talking about Goro, my Chihuahua. He's a fat Chihuahua.
Yeah, we would need steel toes,
dude. When I first got him, he was so small and like kind of skinny, and he just had like a huge dick for his whole body. And I prayed that his dick wouldn't be so big. I'd be like sick.
You didn't want to be sunned by your son.
Yeah, exactly, bro. My dog was like lying there like on the bed and like his dick's like making mine look fucking not human at all. Dude. And it's like hanging, bro. He would like sit in the sitting position and it's like hanging on the floor. And I used to just lie in bed and be like, please God, I want my dog's dick to be smaller. And to this day, dude, tiniest dick. It's like he grew out and like the dick stayed the same. It's like literally just the tiniest dick, and I love him for it.
You've been so happy about it ever since.
Dude, I see him. I was like, I'm so happy, Goro. I prayed to God, Daddy, prayed to God that your dick would be small, and You're
like, thank God I don't have to be embarrassed in front of my girlfriend at all times.
That's awkward as hell, bro. You got a dog and the dog's fucking hanging lower than you.
That's making you look weak. You come out of the shower, the dog's you come out of the shower, and Goro's just chilling there, like he's posted,
like lying on the back, lying back. His head's on my pillow. Is that on my pillow?
Yeah, he's just dissing you. Dogs are smart. He'd know what he's doing.
Oh yeah, a dog knows when it looks you in the eyes if it has a bigger dick than you.
Yeah, yeah, Goro do for sure. Well, I guess he has. I
My
guess he
dog sees
respects
my
you.
dick and he's like, bro, tell me a fucking pink thing comes out of that at least.
Thank God he respects you.
Tell me you got a pink thing that's gonna come out of that.
And then I got to talk to you about this Mountain Dew story here. Mountain Dew is bringing back the mountain in its name. So I have noticed that they've been doing the MTN, like MTN Dew. And I got to say, this is an effective marketing tactic for me. I like that they're deciding to write the whole thing. They're going back to like the retro vibe. That's what it used to be. I think Pepsi, they're owned by PepsiCo. And Pepsi had a lot of success. They just redid their brand. You notice how their cans a little more like it's like
the
retro
Pepsi's
almost
straightforward. Yeah,
it's like really straightforward, like very much like they simplified it to be
just like
you
Pepsi
feel like it's
on a white,
like old Pepsi, you know?
Yeah.
And I think they were so happy with that.
And it's interesting. I have Pepsi in my house for the first time in a long time.
See, they got you with that.
I got like the wild cherries.
You're 2 seconds away from having a Mountain Dew Code Red with mountain written correctly on it. But they're going. It's new but vintage is what they call it. And I was like, I back this. I like this. I kind of hated their logo, their like recent logo. And I only realized it now that I'm looking at them, like when I compare the two. But I haven't really had a Mountain Dew since the last time it said mountain on it. But when they changed to the MTN, I felt like I was aged out of Mountain Dew. Like I don't need the like abbreviated version of Mountain to buy.
I feel like they put Mountain Dew like that, so whenever they have it in like on TV or something, the whole name is on one side of the bottle. You could see it all. You could see Mountain Dew on one. Now you'll get like Auntie D. And you're like, you know?
I'm in. It's vintage. They haven't updated logo since 2009. So I'm next time I see I'm going to get a Mountain Dew because I haven't had a Mountain Dew since this was their old logo.
No, I see Diet Mountain Dew or Mountain Dew Zero, and those are instant cops for me every time. They're very rare diet drinks, and I always get it when I see it.
Well, it should be a cop. Well,
Diet Mountain Dew is cop, bro. Big time cop.
It's a cop.
A big time cop. Damn, since 2009, we've really been 15 years without Mountain like that.
That's right. Yeah,
they really went all in on fucking Halo Reach there when they were like, they had the whole Mountain Dew and Doritos like Halo ad campaign. Mountain Dew directly became like a gamer's beverage.
Yeah, even though its whole identity is drinking it in the mountains and being outdoors. That's one of the funniest things about it.
But that's when extreme sports was snowboarding. But then extreme sports became like Call of Duty headshots. And that's why like they had to jump. They were like, we're off Tony Hawk and snowboarding. We're jumping over to Optic and Phase.
That is really accurate and funny.
Yeah.
When you lay it out like that. Like we were doing like 1080s and then we're doing 1080 no scopes now.
Yeah,
it was like possible, but sure.
It was, when I was having a conversation with my buddy Tone. Tony Hawk, you guys know him. And he was like, "Yeah, I won like an X Games medal for doing a 900." And he's like, and it was literally a year or two later, Call of Duty kids were winning gold medals at the X Games for like winning a Call of Duty game. And he's like, "I'm not knocking it. It's cool. It's just it's kind of just fucked up, kind of."
The X Games era when we grew up was one of the most fun times, like that Tony Hawk 900 era, Bob Burnquist, like that whole time and skating was really it felt like skating is really big now, but I feel like at that time it was like very much in the culture of like everything, back when things could be so big,
Yeah. I never saw this movie, and I was at a buddy's house and he had it on and I was like, what is this? Did you ever see a movie called Grind?
No, I have not, but it
came out in 2003 and it just had me fucked up because I never saw it. And it would have been the type of movie that I would have seen when I actually was like skateboarding and snowboarding. but I didn't like when pop culture tried to tap into skateboarding and snowboarding. And like, I would have been like, I don't know. I feel like I would have been a hater on this movie, this 2003 skateboarding movie.
Yeah, I'm
But
seeing it here.
like, then like Bam Margera's in it. And then that would buy a lot of credibility with me. I'd be like,
Hmm.
oh, that's pretty chill.
Not
Okay,
Adam
they got our
Brody.
boy here.
Not
No,
Adam
not
Brody.
Adam
He's not
Brody,
handling for
dude.
you. That's your
No,
guy.
what was that? What was it? The OC?
Yeah.
Bro, imagine a TV show now, just like the main character is Seth Cohen.
I don't think that's yeah, and his dad was
Yeah, it's like,
America's dad too. Remember Sandy? Sandy DeGo was America's dad. Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that works in 2024. I want to tell you something that I forgot to mention in the last podcast when I was in Iceland, and
mhm.
I didn't even send you guys. I meant to text our group chat about it, but I was in Iceland at like a glacier, and I walked into this sort of, we're about to like hike into a glacier, and and I walk into this to grab a bite, like a snack before I go do that, because it's like a, I don't know, 45-minute walk, hike or some shit. And I get in there and I'm just like
Don't
looking.
ever justify eating a snack to me, bro. Donnie's not
There's
here.
an
You don't need to
apple, there's an
fucking.
orange. That's true. There's an apple, there's oranges, there's like some other like random stuff, and then I like turn around and I'm hit with just a display of Feastables. And
Where?
I had the double take.
Where is
I'm
this?
in
Is like
Iceland.
a middle of nowhere, Iceland?
I'm just in Iceland at a glacier, and I walk in, and for whatever reason, there's an entire Feastable section available to me in this random cafeteria.
That's for everyone listening. That's Mr. Beast's chocolate bar.
And I was like, this is wow. I even took a picture. That's how much I was like, what is going on
Well, it
here?
is pretty crazy. You could be a kid that loves Mr. Beast and your parents wanted you to shut the fuck up for a second
Yeah.
about YouTube and Mr. Beast. You get all the way to that glacier and your kid's like, whoa, man, Feastables.
Yeah. No, it was I was like, damn, Mr. Beast is out here with these chocolate bars.
You giving up
These
with that
mid
lunchly? That lunchly? All that lunchly shit?
So I've been meaning to ask you about this because I know your boy. I know that's your boy.
Who KSI or Logan Paul? They both are.
Yeah, Logan's your boy. He's been in a couple episodes after mealtime. Like maybe 3, I think, even. That one in Montreal, we did one in LA. And I will say, always showed up, did what he had to do, was great for camera at that time. But I did see this sort of huge campaign and their pushback for it. And so I'm sure everyone, if you don't know, they released kind of a direct competitor to uh what's it, Lunchables?
Schneider's and Oscar Mayer. Yeah,
Lunchables
Lunchables.
and Lunchables had been getting some bad press, so it made sense, like they like saying like how really bad these are for kids, and I
It's
think
just
they've
all
been banned.
nitrates and nitrites. And
Yeah. And so they released that, they teamed up with Mr. Beast, which is just insane. They're like, all right, we're gonna drop Prime Feastables. Like they're just out here
they're
making
so
it
unhappy
happen.
that they join up and maybe take an L on it. Like they're
Yeah.
so.
And Rosanna Panzino's in the background, just so excited to just dunk all over these
Oh, she
guys.
had that video. She did a video with that guy, the guy who did the Beast, Mr. Beast expose. Did you see it?
I didn't see that, no.
Oh, they're like just in her kitchen, like watching Mr.
Chopping it
Beast
up.
videos, and they're kind of like,
Chopping it
what
up.
a fucking loser, bro. It is.
Oh man.
They're straight up. And
You
she's
should
got a
start.
lot of like, and I
Yeah.
told you, and I told you. For
Oh,
those that don't know,
who
she
would have
was in a
known that
Mr.
these guys are trying to design the most popular content possible? He only just told you a million times over again that he's like trying to game the system at all turns. That's literally what Mr. Beast
Yeah,
has
she
been
made
preaching.
she was in a Mr. Beast video, a hide and seek one. The last Mr. Beast cut it so it's like the top 3 people were popular YouTubers, and I guess he like axed lesser popular ones in the top 3, but she was in the top 3, and she was like, "What the fuck? This is not how it played out." Which at the time, a lot of people were like, "So we don't give a fuck that
People
Mr.
did
Beast
not care.
lied
Yeah,
in
I
his
don't think it was that
lied
big
in
a deal.
his
In fact,
in
she
his
got
in his
backlash for saying it.
yeah, but then like later it was like, yo, he hired a sex offender allegedly to
That
work on
wasn't a
his
good
show.
look.
And then she's like, see? And it's like,
Mhm.
I don't know if that's
But that
I
was
don't know nothing.
no, but
I
that
don't
works
know
for
nothing.
no. She her broader point is that he's like a dishonest, bad person, essentially. And then the second all that stuff came out, she hit the ground running with a serious campaign against him, like just absolutely just taking every chance to murk him at
I should have done that with Ellen when I had the calls on
yeah,
Ellen and
that's
no
true.
one was listening to me.
Yeah,
And now she has,
that's
I should
true.
have had like a 1 hour react to like her stand up being like, huh, not funny, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You
Not
could have
funny
like, I
for a second.
told you.
Did you watch Ellen stand up on Netflix?
No, I didn't want to. I don't want to get
But
into
did
this.
you watch Ellen stand up on Netflix?
No, I watched a video about how bad it was. That's what I watched, like a
Yeah, dude,
reaction.
of course, bro. Same. Okay, continue.
No, I was curious what you thought about this
Ellen
product
stand up special?
launch.
I didn't like it.
Well, we know that you have one of the most epic rants ever that I don't even think exists on the channel anymore. But it
No,
was
I privated it.
yeah, because we were scared of
Called
Ellen.
Ellen many
You're
times.
scared of you're scared of Ellen. You can't even say that word really on YouTube. That's not a word you're allowed to say.
Yeah.
Just like that,
Especially
willy-nilly
start
like that.
leading with Ellen is
Yeah, when she was the funniest thing about her is like her thing was like lead with kindness. I didn't even know that was her tagline, but I knew that's the kind of
Oh, when
bullshit
she
was
ended her
pushing.
shows, she said that shit.
Sometimes something like that. I'm like, you just know people who say that they're just the worst people for
If
sure.
a person lives in Los Angeles and
Mm.
kindness is part of their personality,
You know they don't want people to look at them in the
Mm.
eyes.
they're not good people,
Yeah.
bro.
They don't want you to look them in the eyes. They're better than you. So they want you to lead with
Like,
kindness
dude,
about
that's
respecting,
fucking
not looking at them.
dude. If someone's in Los Angeles, they're all about kindness, dude. That's just a fucking that's fucking Donaldson, bro. That's Donaldson shit.
What is your take on that? I'm interested.
Well, you
in
know
what
that's
think.
you know Donaldson, right?
Jimmy.
Jimmy Donaldson. You know, Mr. Beast.
Mr.
I saw a
Beast,
guy
yeah.
was tweeting about him. I think I brought this up before, but it just killed me. He was like, "That well, that's the thing about Donaldson is he's always planning the next." I'm like, "You talking about Mr. Beast by his last name?"
It's a funny way to.
Because I think too
someone
many
though.
people were like, "Yeah, Jimmy this and Jimmy that." Like they were acting like, "Oh yeah, hey, Mr. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, you know,
Yeah.
Mr. Beast." So
Jimmy
this
from the
guy was
block.
like, "Yeah, Donaldson." Oh, Donaldson? No, Jimmy Donaldson.
I
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
Mr.
that.
Beast.
It's a sick move.
Yeah, I'm dropping Mr. Beast. I'm copying Donaldson.
Yeah. what do you think
Donaldson's
about
a
that
huge
lunch show
cop.
thing? The biggest thing against it, I'll tell you, where they got destroyed and they have a hard argument is like, why would they made it less calories and touted that as like better? And I'm like, that's as a person who is a parent.
It's like, bro,
and
they're
many people brought this up. I'm not the first.
9-year-old. Calorie counting isn't there.
Yeah, like I was trying to get more calories, and like kids are trying to get more. You're trying to get them more fed. They're not. There's no restriction really, unless you're feeding your kids soda at 2 years old or something. You know what I mean? Which would be fucked up to do, but people do it. So like that part, I think was the word. But like, okay, I guess the biggest mistake they made is trying to make it sound like it was so healthy. That's where they fucked up in the whole thing of it. But I noticed that like
I think they fucked up just by responding.
But
they
those
really,
guys,
because like they and I think it was triggering because like we're talking about like real top dogs. These are like top dog dudes, and I think they got called out by like the best in class previous generation kind of. Like I think like you know, Jacksepticeye, Dan TDM and all that. That's like the generation right before Logan Paul. Now KSI was there, but KSI didn't blow up like he did after that. That's probably like KSI's generation, you know?
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah. And so he's like, I feel like he's kind of like, well, I mean, KSI was making videos when I was starting like Epic Mealtime, basically. But I mean, like where his levels of popularity, I think he kind of like didn't like being told by, you know,
oh, he doesn't
another
seem like
YouTuber.
He doesn't like that at all. He likes no commentary from anyone. It seems like based on his responses, he's not happy about. Like he's bringing, not even that, he's doing the snitch move where he's like, well, what about this guy over here? Look what he brought out.
Yeah, but Dan didn't say anything after that. He just said that and was like, okay, that's all.
Yeah.
And they responded a lot. I feel like they could have just like, it's been like, yeah, who cares what that guy says, bro? Make your fucking Billy. Make your Billy,
I think
dude.
he brought up the Kai Cenat thing. He said the Kai Cenat thing where Kai Cenat was involved in the launch of the McDonald's around the like recently. He like did an announcement for they're bringing the chicken Big Mac to the US. And Kai Cenat, who's like the #1 streamer or top streamer on Twitch, uh, was promoted to launch. Like he announced it, and he's like, "Oh, he's like no, like whatever. He's promoting that, like as in like McDonald's is also bad for you. So like, what do you got to say about that?" And I'm like, that's never a good way to argue
Never.
to
It
the
should have
public.
not even come up.
Yeah, and I think the biggest issue, like we could come out with this Lunchables for adults. Great idea, uh, and like sell that, and no one would care.
Would
Like
buy
peak
it.
popularity, no,
Oh,
no, no, peak popularity. Like contextual, like peak popularity. We could do that. No one would care because we're selling chemicals to adults, so that's their problem.
bro, we
But
sold
it's
pizza in
like,
a bag, baby.
yeah, piece of bag was lit though.
Pizza in a
Sorry,
bag. It was delicious. I don't know how good it was for you.
yeah, but these guys, because it's the children. The children are involved. It's like we all got to be more responsible. And I think their argument would be like our fans aren't. I've heard this argument before. They're like our fans aren't really kids. They're like 18 plus. I'm like, nah, I don't know about that. You
I'd
know.
be like, yeah,
Uh,
you maybe, but not Donaldson, bro.
but my conspiracy brain,
Donaldson don't have an
Jimmy,
LDA compliant fucking audience, bro.
my conspiracy brain will buy in a little bit to the idea that you don't think these big consumer product good companies are annoyed or pissed off that these products are like Prime for a minute, like for a minute was like the biggest shit out there. You know, like it was everywhere. Kids were paying. Like if you were on the
Absolutely,
schoolyard,
absolutely disrupted all of Gatorade's workflow. Whatever Gatorade was doing for the next year, it altered that a
and
billion
and,
percent.
and they
And then
didn't
you
see it
see
coming,
that
I don't
with
think.
Messi, the soccer player, has his drink, and
Mhm.
the bottle looks exactly
I
like
saw
Prime.
that. Yeah.
It is so crazy. And like they have it like at the gas station by my house, which like never had Prime. It's just like, oh, every other company is like you get like Pepsi or some shit hitting up the most popular influencer, and they're like, you want to do this? We're just gonna copy that shit and do it right away. You want that? Let's do it. You know? So I do to an extent kind of like root for Prime because I like it that like KSI and Logan Paul, like it's not like I want them to get the W, but I just think it's like cool that you know what, like fuck a company that's done it for 40 years.
I
I
just don't
like
think
it.
I don't think they're doing anything. Like someone showed the original. I saw like Gatorade's original recipe. And it was like 4 ingredients. Do you know what I mean? And it's like now it's just some fucking monster of like chemicals and different things. And like we had this discussion where I saw like a Gatorade Fit, and I'm like, isn't Gatorade meant to be for like sports? Now you got a brand one Gatorade Fit. Like, what's the fucking difference? Like, so you're using a different. Now you're using less chemicals. I don't really understand. You know what I mean? They're just creating new products and evolve so far away from it. But
Well,
like,
people are like, you get Gatorade Zero, which is different from G2, Gatorade
yeah,
Fit. Yeah, all those things that people are like, it's not quite as simple as like Dr. Pepper, but it's cream soda. Dr. Pepper, but it's strawberry. This is like G2 now with double the electrolytes and half the sodium. And then you're like,
I
wait,
do
so
like
that
G2
other
better.
one, you mean AKA that other one is double the sodium and half the electrolytes of this? You just made your other drink sound bad. You cannibalized your own shit.
But they already like had 20 years of like people loving that, so it's all good. Like they got those people. I do have to say, G2 Raisin, that's my top dog right there. That's my go
It's a
to.
good quencher, that one.
Love that
I
one.
think yellow is a good quencher too.
I like
Like
the
if I want to
G2
sip and
Raisin.
be like happy when I'm done with it, like I'll do that. If I'm at Subway, bro, I'm getting red.
I can't drink straight Gatorade now. It's too that's that it is too. It gives me like it hurts in a weird way, not like the Diet Coke way.
Something about Gatorade, it somehow gets colder than any other beverage at once. Like
Uh,
cold Gatorade, like hurt my teeth. That's where
mm,
I'm at in life.
that's sick.
Yeah.
That's still not really actually because that means your teeth are weak.
I do
About
have
to
a couple
fall
weak
out.
teeth. I do have some weak teeth.
Yeah.
That's why I
Well,
got the Invisalign, because I went there. I wanted to get veneers because my teeth, like I was calling them ghost teeth. I thought that they looked see-through, so they
veneers
looked
is a very
gray.
bad call. Never.
Yeah, well now my teeth, like I have them protected in the Invisalign day to day,
Yeah.
but like I drink some beverages and I have a couple teeth that are like, ooh, it's cold.
Mm.
Like, can you take ice cream and chew it?
On one side of my mouth, yeah,
Same.
not both.
No,
I
but
don't. I
same.
don't got that. I
No,
could.
this I'm
The
talking
other one.
about this side. This
Yeah.
is the side I'm talking about.
Oh, your left
We
side
c-
you can eat on, or your right side?
no, this is the one that gets sensitive. Like it's got a collection of teeth that like will
Mm,
react if I do
yeah.
that. But no, I eat ice cream like a straight dude, bro. I press the fucking shit, I mash it against the roof of my mouth with my tongue.
Yeah. So you know the thing crazy
I hit
about
that. I
teeth?
hit that. That's what I do.
What's crazy about teeth is like one day they just might be sensitive for like a week. You're like, oh shit, I have a lot of cavities, and I'll go to the dentist because I'm responsible. And everyone out there, I encourage you to use an electric toothbrush. You go to the dentist twice a year. Um, Not that I like going to the dentist, but I just understand that
Like a
everyone.
man putting his fingers in your mouth. Eh? Continue.
um, and my dentist is a woman, but yes. But like then all of a sudden it stops. Like, you ever that happened to you where you're like, oh man, like I probably need a root canal, or like I need my tooth is done, and then like a week later or a week and a half later, you beat the sensitivity, it's gone, and you're like, oh,
You beat the
everything's
sore
back
tooth
to normal.
allegations.
I beat the tooth allegations
Yo, I see. I had a fear of dentists for many years. So I had in my mouth at one point two like decaying teeth. One of them like I bit once and half of it just like I spat it out. Not the tooth fell out, like half of the tooth broke off and I had the half. So then I had this tooth that was like cracked in half and so it was like there was exposed nerves and like sometimes it would just randomly hurt and I'd be
yeah,
like, damn, but I don't want to go to the dentist. I would jam my tongue into the exposed nerve and push it really hard, and it hurt so much that now when I took my tongue out, it didn't hurt that bad because I set the tone of how much it could really hurt.
that tooth had to go.
Dude, I rocked that tooth.
You can't.
Dude, a cracked, fucked up tooth like that,
You can't do that.
like a year and a half.
No, you can get infected, man.
Dude, a year
You
and a
can't
half.
do that.
There
No.
was some meals that I would eat that would react crazy with that tooth. Crazy. Like weird sharp pains would like shoot to my brain. Like it was like crazy, like getting like electrocuted. That's what it felt like.
I've been
Um,
there.
but I had that and I rocked that for like a year and a half. And
Just to avoid the dentist?
dude, I got scared of him. I hated him. I hated
Yeah.
dentists. And then I remember like it got to a point when I would know like through the taste in my mouth, like I'd be like, oh, my breath is terrible right now. Like it would like
Like it's
if someone
rotting.
smelled
Like you have a rotting tooth in your mouth.
it would literally smells like death,
Mm.
like biological decay.
Mhm.
And it would be like in my mouth and I would like yawn and like taste my own spit for a second. I'd be like, oh fuck, I gotta go home. Dude, I would brush that tooth. I would get to that part and I would just be like, "Eh," and just go in on it. And like, I would like brush debris out of the inside, but some went in. Eventually I ended up getting a surgery. I was,
Yeah, take the rest of the tooth, pull the rest of the tooth out.
yeah. And then they pulled out another tooth. They pulled out two
Oh
teeth.
damn, you were down that bad? They had to
Dude.
bust out another tooth?
They did two teeth and gave
Yeah.
me 16 fillings. Look at my mouth.
Is that pre-epic meal time? I have a lot of feelings, but I got mine done
Look.
like at
No, this is like this happened at 18. When I was 18, I was like, I can't be scared of the dentist anymore. I got to do all of this.
you're like,
And
I
look,
gotta make it.
pull the tooth here, a tooth here. I got all silver fillings because
Mhm.
you could replace these in 20 years, whereas the other ones are 5 to 10. It's like these like silver fillings are gonna be done soon, bro. That's gonna be such an expensive ass fucking dentist.
Need a
I'm like,
whole
yeah, I got
remodel.
15 fillings.
You're gonna need a remodel. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I pull up and get the fucking
Well, you were
Steve
doing,
Hart.
and we were trying hard to ruin your teeth even more, like with that 200-pound candy burrito. The
Oh yeah,
amount of
see, but
damage
at that time I was all fine. The only thing I was worried about, and it happened once, is I bit into a candy and I was like, and the gummy just like captured a filling and pulled the filling out of my tooth like a plunger, like I was like eating it. And now like I don't chew directly on my fillings, like I can't because I don't want one to just come out.
yeah. You know what the solution to all our problems is? We just need to eat not gummies and regular food and chew properly, you know, to like maybe don't eat Lunchables, you know, not that that really ties into the two
Dude,
thing,
I'll eat
but
fucking Schneider's little packaged meat lunch snacks. I ain't eating Lunchables
what would
or
you do with
Feasties,
this thing
bro.
right
I ain't
here?
no bitch ass, bro.
Have you tried these? What would you do with this?
Ooh, I was just about to ask you, would you eat today? And that's an instant cop for me. I love Sun Chips, guys. Sun Chips minis and a little thing. I didn't even know that existed. That product.
Me
That's
neither. I
great.
saw this and my interest was
I like
peaked,
Harvest Cheddar,
obviously.
but I miss Sun Chips, black bag,
They don't
normal
have that.
flavor. I
Yeah,
know they
no.
don't do that anymore.
What I eat today, I had a
They
steak.
do garden salsa. What'd you
I
have
was
for breakfast? What's the first thing you hit today?
protein bar and some
Which one?
cashews.
What
The
protein
Simply
bar?
Protein from Costco.
Oh, the one that's like all rice, kind of.
Yeah. And then I had
Yeah,
cashews and then I had 2 mandarin
those are the
oranges.
best protein bars, like stat wise. But I
Yeah,
really played them out so bad, I can't.
I know. The two
Which
then
one
then
you
the
do? The
2 mandarin
chocolate?
oranges.
You get the
What?
chocolate on that? The
Yeah,
chocolate
I
one
don't
you
I
like the
get
best?
it's the three mixer and I hate the lemon flavor, so I eat the 2 other ones and then I kind of stare at the other ones for a long time. But I only did that because I woke up really hungry because I was just like I'm trying to, sort of manage the food situation a little bit
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
get out of the big boy shirts. And during that process, I also ate 2 mandarin oranges, delicious. The Costco mandarin oranges are absolutely 10 on 10 right now. 10 out of 10, sorry.
There's still no better way to start the day than the shredded wheat, regular shredded wheat with the protein powder milks. Every time I do it, I feel energized. I feel happy with myself,
Mhm.
and I'm good until lunch. Like I'll be good until lunch.
My problem is that there's no controlling this cereal intake. Like I can't just eat one bowl of cereal. Like I need to have. I like to just. I'll eat 3 bowls of cereal. I have to. It's just once I get going,
Even
it's
even
just.
when you get the big iPhone things,
I don't get those. I get mini wheats and I get
say
Rice
it got
Krispies.
you. It's got to be. You got to get the big ones because I'm telling you, it soaks up the milk. It's like good. When I'm done and I had like full protein like shake in there, it's like 90 grams of carbs, 60 grams of protein. Like I'm so good. Like and I see that and part of me is like, damn, that's really what it takes to fill me, eh? Gotta have
Uh,
60 grams of protein. They're like, I'm full,
yeah,
I'm
but like
content. And then 2.5 hours later, I'm like, now I'm ready for lunch.
you're not
And I
really
had a
like
good breakfast, so I want to fuck up. Let me see it. If that didn't look that mini. Wait, turn it sideways. Let me see the thickness. Turn it, let me see the ripple. Turn it the other way. No, down that way to me. Yeah, that way. Yeah, go. More. I want to see the thickness of the chip. Oh, so it's the same thickness as the real chip. Maybe a
Mhm.
bit thinner. I was worried it was going to be thicker. That would be a problem to me if it was thicker. How is it? Is it soggier or harder? Same shit?
Same shit, just mini format.
That's great. But let me see. Show me inside the tube because that stuff's gonna get mashed up in there. I feel like you putting your hand in there. I don't know if it's a tube food, but you know what? You can't put that in a box, bro. You go to war with Cheez-Its like that, bro?
Yeah.
I don't think so, pal.
No.
Bro, if this
Um
thing, by the way, if this is a hit, if that takes off and people love it, promise you Cheez-Its are in a tube in 3
they
months.
have a mini Doritos too.
Interesting. Oh, someone posted on the subreddit. Shout out to you, by the way, who posted. I forget who it was, but they posted. I think it was somewhere in Europe. They found Cool Ranch for the first time, but they were called like Cool American or something, or
Mhm.
American Ranch, but it was in the blue bag, and it was definitely Cool Ranch.
What food do you like in like the mini version better? Because I like a
I've
mini.
gone
I
over
actually like a
this.
mini Oreo, like a bag of mini Oreos.
No, I don't like mini Oreos better
It's
than
really hard for
Oreos.
me
Yeah,
personally.
I don't like mini Oreos better than Oreos. I don't like M&Ms better than mini
Oh,
M&Ms
that's the
better
only
than
way I can eat
M&Ms.
M&M's is in mini format.
No, I don't like um I like what's it called in their mini format? I
Oh,
like
I
mini
know.
Kit Kats.
I like a Starburst mini is one of my favorite
Oh yeah,
go-to
Starburst mini
candies.
is fun because you don't have to deal with wrappers.
And they're so good. It's one of the best mini format candies to ever come out,
I
in my
agree. I like them
opinion.
a lot.
I could eat a bag of those. That leaves you fucked up though. Like you don't feel good after that. Like that like remove. It's like kind of like when you eat pistachios without the shell.
Yeah.
Like you consume.
It's too crazy. It's like,
it's out of control.
dude,
like,
you ever eat sushi with a fork, bro? You go crazy with that shit, bro. You go
I
crazy,
haven't,
dude.
no.
You ever stack
No.
up 3 sushi? You
No.
don't. You have a fork, it's a whole new
with
move.
my chopsticks.
It's a whole
But
new move, bro.
yeah, mini Starburst I rank very high. But there's no barrier. At that point, you're just matching it up. It's
Yeah.
I wonder
Like at that point, you just want a big Starburst pile of glop that you could just grab a handful of.
Yeah, that's when I don't take enough care with my feelings with that one, but I don't care because I'm just getting lost. I get lost in those, man.
So there's I think it's a Ben and Jerry's, right? They have ice cream Sammy.
Don't talk to me.
It's basically like an ice cream sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
ice cream flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So it has like big chunks of cookie in it,
Mm-hmm.
and like some like nice fudge trail in there.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking one of the sickest bangers of ice cream I've had
Instant
in a minute.
Instant
It was so if you see an ice cream sandwich or ice cream Sammy,
I want to go. Like I want to go.
joint.
We should. I know.
Tour of the factory in Vermont.
Yeah, I want to go to the Hershey's factory and get like custom peanut butter cups you can get made, like a giant one.
Yeah, they had at York. They had at Yorkdale that
I need
that Kit Kat place where you can make a custom Kit Kat.
Leave a comment if you want us to go do a double dusted podcast at the Hershey factory.
Let us know. Should me and Lynch snort ketamine and go whack off at the Ben and Jerry's factory?
Look at the Ben and Jerry's. No, at Hershey factories. We get our own custom giant size Reese's peanut butter. Mini Reese's, not as good as a regular Reese, by the way. That's not a miniature I fuck with. Sorry.
What was the mini Reese's? Oh, in the bag?
In the bag. I don't.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm not into it.
But I'm definitely into it, but it's not like a regular Reese's.
No.
The regular Reese's hits the best.
Yeah.
The regular size. But what's really crazy about Reese's is that Reese's is like an S tier, and somehow the Trader Joe's peanut butter cup is just a contender. There are times where I would prefer that, and that's really crazy because that's I've been
lost in that game a few times, man.
They're not allowed in my house.
Yeah, I even had the almond butter ones trying to be like, someone's like, oh, I'll get it. Like my wife's like, I'll get them the almond butter ones. Maybe we'll eat them slower. And then like the next day they were all gone. I'm like,
you get like almond butter and dark chocolate, and you're like, yeah, I ate them all, and I just liked it less.
Yeah, like, I was like, next time get the peanut butter ones.
You're not gonna beat me like that, dude.
Exactly.
You're not gonna beat me like that.
I wanted one. I'm like, don't ever leave those in the house.
Yeah.
If you want one, that's not the way it works.
It's October. We had a box of 50 favorites in my house.
Oh,
we had
can't do that.
A box. I ate it all in about a day and a half.
No, you had that
cracked it open at like 7 p.m. Gone by 2 p.m.
How's the quality? I know you're not discerning quality.
Arrow was fire.
Oh,
quality wise, yeah. I don't think it's ever been. I
Coffee
thought Mini Kit Kat is good. Smarties was good because it was a nice surprise, and I almost certain that like these three that I just mentioned, I'm almost certain they've improved since last year. And then Coffee Crisp, always the rarest in this box, used to be the best, does not hold up.
No.
The chocolate on the outside of that
is terrible.
The chocolate on the outside is practically non-existent.
It's not chocolate.
And I personally love Coffee Crisp so much that I still enjoy this fake bitch of a chocolate.
But that miniature version is one of the worst.
Oh, I'm like, bro, hit me up with that caramel and Jersey milk at this point if you're going to.
The caramel hits always, shit. And that's a Canadian special, right? I saw
caramel
a really funny video.
Arrow.
I forgot. I was watching this video of this guy reviewing exotic candy. And he's
just eating shit from our store.
He pulls out a caramel, and I'm like, "Oh, that's exotic. Is it caramel?" I'm like, "That's so funny because
that's like the first." It's also like the first chocolate bar that a lot of kids have is their first chocolate bar ever. Yeah. That was like the first chocolate bar I ever ate was caramel. Because I remember having caramel and being like, "Yo," and then like nothing got me. Like I tried Arrow and I was like, "No, caramel, please." Like I thought Arrow,
caramel,
I was
you
like,
can't eat too much of it. It gets to you a little bit.
Yeah, but I was like, why would I eat an Arrow when I have caramel? Why would I eat that? Caramel is.
But then you grew up, you matured, you saw.
No,
not everything has to be.
You know what shut down the whole caramel scene? Wow. And it's gonna make a lot of sense for me. Blew it out of the water. Like it wasn't even fucking close. I was like, I've been eating caramel wrong my whole life. Rolo. When I tried Rolo.
Oh,
Like years after wanting caramel and like being all about caramel, my dad's like, there's no caramel, have a Rolo. And I saw a Rolo, bro. You know, when you're like stupid and 7 years old, the shape, you're already like, I don't want that shit, dad.
way better ratio.
You're like, I don't want a cylinder fucking, I want a chocolate bar, dad. You're the worst.
I'm getting less somehow.
Yeah. And then you have a Rolo and you're like, bro. And the fact that you can like lock it up.
Yeah.
So people were like, yo, can I get a Rolo? You're like, just locked it up. I just folded over. It's closed.
It's a better ratio, like caramel to chocolate vibe. You know what I mean? Compared
caramel
to
is compared to Rolo.
No, I think a Rolo is. But
yeah, because Rolo is like, it's very clearly when you've breached the caramel exterior and you're at the caramel now. Whereas Rolo, it's like
they also don't treat you like an idiot. You know, like the whole caramel debate that they put forward. Their marketing ploy.
How'd they get it in there?
How'd they get it in there? It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, we know how.
I'm 10. Like, you think I don't know how they got it in there? They injected it in there. What do you think, dude? I can see the little hole you got at the bottom there. It's not that complicated, guy.
And actually, you know, when I really grew up, went from Rolos to Reasons. That happened like 13 or 14. I love Reasons
the other day.
I did. I bought it like 3 weeks ago.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's a mistake.
Dude, I bought the bag, but you can't buy it at a Walmart. Because you get like a Walmart Reasons bag, there's like 550 in there. The problem. You get it at the gas station, you're going to be gypped. You're going to be mad at how little you thought like were in the bag. You're like, I could have fit more in this bag. But that's what the good part is. That's like Monty. Big shout out to Monty. He doesn't eat at Five Guys. And I was like, why don't you eat at Five Guys? He's like, because the fries are too good and they give you too much. And I was like, so how's that a problem? He's like, I won't stop eating until they're gone. So I can't go there because the fries are too good and there's too much. And I was like, bro, man, trying to fucking please some Jews out there is just like never going to happen. And I think everyone's learning that now.
I have a couple of copper drops for you. Some quick ones. And the one is an instant cop. I don't even think really get into it with you, but Jolly Rancher ropes, need it. I'm all in on that.
Jolly Rancher ropes?
Jolly
like
Rancher ropes. So it's like
I've had these before. I've had these.
Yeah,
or
it's
a
like
version of this.
A watermelon green apple. Sounds so good. Blue raspberry and cherry.
Watermelon green apple is a drop for me.
Oh yeah, you hate watermelon. That's a cop.
Well, no. I green apple used to be one of my favorite flavors. I played it out. My family had Jolly Ranchers for like 9 years of my life in the house.
It's the worst candy.
I loved green apple.
Worst candy.
Oh, if you want your fucking filling to pop out on a candy,
the Jolly Rancher is the worst
Jolly
candy.
Rancher, bro.
Worst candy. I hate that. It's one of the worst. If anyone has Jolly Ranchers, it's instant drop.
They had that Jolly Ranchers like made such a big comeback when they had that song that was like, hey, I love you, but you know me your name. And they had that sick ass commercial. You're like, bro, I'm getting Jolly. I'm trying to get my.
I like the logo. I like everything. I like the vibe it's bringing, but it's just not a candy I care to have. It's like too much work for me.
But I've had this candy, but it wasn't Jolly Ranchers before. I've had this. We have this here with like, there's like a cream in the middle that I don't like.
No, that I don't like. I don't like that. I like
just give me a
Nerd's rope is
no, but I bet you can't
S tier plus like number one candy for me. A Nerd's rope. So like the rope category.
But this is less of that. That's not like that. What this is more like is, and I bet you they have to fill some bullshit in here because I bet you another company owns a patent for straws. Like I bet you like Twizzlers or something. Like I bet you they have to put bullshit inside here because someone else owns the patent. But fucking, I don't like that.
I don't know. I got to cop. I'm gonna call. I got to find out for myself. So next time I see one, I'll pick one up. Okay. So you're okay. What about? I have another copper drop for you here.
You know, they had Sweet Tart ropes. That's the ones that I had. These are the ones, Sweet Tart ropes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But they had a cream in them?
Yeah, it had a cream in it. Because I remember having it and being like, nah, I didn't need that. But Nerd's ropes, bro, they didn't have none of that. No
copper drop. Milky Way milk drink.
100% copying that, bro.
That's a big cop for you, eh?
If I go into a gas station,
I might even eat a bowl of cereal with this. This might
be how many times I'm at the gas station and I used to like be standing in front of like the like dairy section, I'm looking at like a Mars beverage or
It's a
like a
big category, but
Snickers
it's
drink.
a growing category, in
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, and I'm sitting there, but like Milky Way is funny because isn't Milky Way just straight up chocolate? Oh no, Milky Way is it's like a Mars bar.
Yeah,
it's like a Three
we don't have
Musketeers.
Milky Way branded here.
No, we got Three Musketeers, I think. That's what a Milky Way is, Three Musketeers, like
Because
same style.
did you know that this is a surging market, though? Do you know
This
this is
type
a
of
surging
beverage?
market?
I used to see
Like
these, man, and
sales
I
of
used to
canned milk
always
is
I used to always want these like Snickers drinks or like Mars drinks, but I never would pull the trigger on it. So I want to believe that I would
yeah,
cop
I
this.
feel like it's
I
like one of
probably
those
wouldn't.
things. Yeah, yeah, I don't think I'd buy it personally. It's
Like
probably a
if
drop.
I was
Not
at
because
a
not because I don't
buddy's
like the
house,
idea of it.
if I was at a buddy's house and we got super high and we're watching a movie and I'm kind of just like hungry and he walks in, he's like, yo, Milky Way beverage and toss me one. I'd be like, what? Dude, where do you get this? This is sick. Well, huge call. And then I would
That's
drink it
true.
in 1 second and be like, I need another.
Yeah, exactly. And then
But no,
okay, so
these
we're not mad at it. We're not mad at it, but it's not instant. It's not
yeah,
an
but
instant
no, to
cop.
get to this next one because this next one's huge cop for me. I'm so curious.
This one, yeah. So M&M's peanut butter and jelly,
Big cop. You know, you know what I bought? I bought
giant
at
cop.
Farm Boy. I bought peanut butter and jelly popcorn. Had to try it out.
One of the most controversial epic meals.
Peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese.
Yeah, people were not happy. People
It
were
hit
like
it hit black Twitter.
they were not
The
happy
blacks,
about it.
the blacks were not happy with
They
us.
were not down with peanut butter and jelly,
Yeah.
macaroni and mac and cheese.
I fought a couple black people on Twitter that day.
Yeah. Well, but peanut butter jelly M&Ms, I really want one of these.
I want to know the decision. I was like, what? I want to know what was your like your chocolate mapping of the M&M.
Mm-hmm. What's the ratio between jelly and peanut butter? Because to me, it's got to be two-thirds to a third peanut butter to jelly.
And like what? Like by the way, I agree with the ratio. But what are you doing? You coming out here like you bite
Grape
into
jelly?
a peanut butter that's flavored like a jelly, like because there's no jelly in there. We're not getting any jelly.
It's saying there is.
No, but the peanut butter is just gonna have a flavor to it. The peanut butter is gonna have like a flavor. Like that peanut butter is going to be a peanut butter and jelly type of peanut butter type thing, you know? It's not like they're not ballsy, bro. If they are ballsy, you get a peanut butter and jelly M&M bag and you have like 2 compartments and one is all brown M&Ms that are peanut butter M&Ms. And on the right side is the jelly M&Ms. You decide how much jelly you want.
They wouldn't have the balls to do that.
No, because jelly M&Ms are fucking crazy, bro. That's
but I think
call the cops on them if they drop jelly.
It's coming out in December. I'm gonna have to ask for that for Christmas. I think one of my Christmas presents is gonna have to be peanut butter and jelly M&Ms.
Fuck yeah, bro. Anyways, guys, you let us know. I love seeing the copper drops on the subreddit. There's a couple ones Lynch. Someone put one there. I was like, did Lynch post this?
No, I guess I gotta get more involved. Apologies to our listeners out there. I gotta jump into this. Since Donnie's ditching us.
Yeah, Donnie's always in the subreddit though. So
that's true.
Well, he's probably there right now. That's what's ugly. I bet I'll go find some posts of him posting in there. But we're trying to podcast. The guy's fucking posting on the subreddit. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening. You're all chill. Stay true to yourself. Follow your heart. Trust no one except us. Peace.